The two Koreans are duking it out. It is, if we look at the tail of the tape, a super close affair here in this winner bracket quarterfinal of the W3Champions finals. Both third rank of their respective race. The third best orc in the world against the third best night elf in the world. And of course, these guys have played hundreds and hundreds of games against each other. The last one went to LawLiet after a little bit of a win streak for FoCuS. This is totally the other side around when we look at FoCuS's matchup versus Night Elf. There we had a super long win streak against all the other Night Elves in the world, but recently he fell quite a bit to a TH as well, to a Foggy, to a Fortitude. Not the super strong matchup that we've seen from him recently. So can he bring it back and advance into the winner bracket semifinal, or will it all be LawLiet? Here we go.
Oh, excited for this one. This matchup is so fun to watch. I don't like playing it, but I definitely love watching players much better than myself play it. It's so great. And especially just to touch again on the point of the Demon Hunter, which we actually are going to see from LawLiet here. I love watching Demon Hunter versus Orc. It's so fun to watch.
I love seeing our sub counter rise. Thank you to Tariq Acid, Randius, Ziggy B, and Apfelsinenbaum for the subs. And yeah, Demon Hunter first here on LR. LR, of course, the odd one out when it comes to maps in this matchup, because here, lots and lots and lots of talents to be seen.
Very fun. And lots from the Orc side of things of different responses to Talons. We've seen the Hitman style, which is Mass Towers, hit and run. We've seen Raider Walker, which is the most common approach. We've seen CORSAIR played against it. So a lot of different things from Orc players. And, you know, do you tier 2 expand? Do you all in with reinforced towers and Raider Walker? So we'll see if it is Talons, how FoCuS responds. But first we have to at least get there. You could, of course, play Lures with Demon Hunter as well if LawLiet decides to.
Oh yeah, that would be quite interesting. I don't expect that. Is LawLiet usually a Talon player? Not necessarily, right? It's rather colorful. Who spearheads this?
Yeah, he's normally a pretty tricky player. I think he plays Talons, but most of the time when LawLiet plays Talons, he's playing it to throw his opponent off, you know, make them pick the wrong second hero. Obviously against Talons, you normally want the Tauren Chieftain, but you can trick your opponent into going Shadow Hunter if they think you're going Lures, something like that. So LawLiet is always a sort of player that tries to trick Orc opponents into having a suboptimal reaction to his strategy. So out of necessity, I think he plays Talons.
Okay, let's see if you're right. As so often recently, you seem to have a pretty good idea about this game at the moment, gotta be honest. One of Illusion, pretty damn nice. Not as nice as it once was, because here on the newer version of LR, harder to pull the creeps together, but FoCuS finds the Demon Hunter immediately. Mana burn on the Illusion. Classic Night Elf behavior.
Yeah, you love to see it if you're an Orc fan here. Okay, what FoCuS wants to do in a perfect world now is deny, first of all, the dust. Very important, or else LawLiet can just mana burn that blade all the way back home. But he wants to do is deny the Demon Hunter at all costs from getting level 3. So he's going to be tracking the Demon Hunter with illusions, with grunts, and then using the mana when he can to try to get last hits. Ideally not getting mana burn like he's about to. Does he think it's an illusion? He must.
Alright, now he has a better idea, but still, Windwalk as the illusion. You see, it's not that easy anymore. Try to trick the creeps into attacking this Ancient. That does work for now. Oh, okay, Archer is saved, so that should be fine. Demon Hunter full HP is able to clean this up. Blade Master isn't punching distance though.
Yeah, this could be tough. There, of course, is no Windwalk. Ideally, that's why I felt that not Windwalking later was a mistake there, because you want a Windwalk to steal this Rock Golem if possible, but LawLiet will definitely be able to secure a Speed Scroll in, but no, gets the Bone Chimes and gets the experience. One Archer will pay the price, but I think this is well worth it, assuming not much more goes down. Level 2 on the Blade thanks to the Archer, but the Ancient of War might be able to clean up the rest of this experience.
Yeah, I agree, and that's very close to 3 then. Love the Scourge Bone Chimes on the Demon Hunter, on probably the upcoming Beastmaster and Tinker. All heroes will benefit from this. FoCuS, oh, careful, mate! 40 HP. Now the Berserker is in to block a little bit. No boots and healing. FoCuS sweating a little, eh?
Yeah, very Fly-esque there, except he kept the blade alive. Surprised to see three grunts with the Berserker. Perhaps he decided last second to buy the Berserker after already building his third grunt, but that's a very old school approach, investing 12 supply into essentially tier 1 units. It's not something Orc players do too often.
Yeah.
So the tech might be a little bit late. Actually, what is late is the second hero because of this extra investment. If it's a Tauren Chieftain or a Shadowhunter, both is going to be super late.
I agree. He's 200 gold off. Prioritized B3 is also supply blocked, so yikes! By FoCuS was a little overwhelmed there. Can't even go for it even if he has the resources, so this will delay everything as we all know. The second hero brings the artillery with Shockwave against Talons, as by now we have Talons confirmed on LawLiet's side. These guys know each other inside out, of course, but I would give a slight advantage to LawLiet by now.
Absolutely, especially with that Demon Hunter with the 3 circlets now. He must have bought 1 of those, if not 2. I don't know where he would have got the 3rd for sure. And the trades are not going to favor the Blade Master. But maybe FoCuS can find some archer kills. What he's looking to do right now is, of course, creep this blade up to level 3 if he can, while he waits for that Tauren Chieftain to come out. And LawLiet trying to deny that TC and that mercenary camp creep at all costs.
Did we talk about the bear yet?
No.
It's
True.
a bear.
Maybe a new approach. Yeah, it's interesting because he used to use Quillbeasts to sort of cancel tier 2, but for some reason Night Elves kind of stopped doing that. I think it's still very much possible to cancel tier 2, but yeah, bear I guess is just a stronger unit itself than the Quillbeast. But
also a lot harder to dispel. We won't have purge, just disenchant. Not the highest damage, but of course AoE, but you'd like to have purge against that bear, so very, very hard to get rid of it. While against Quillbeast, you can use disenchant, that should be fine. Still no TC. Joined the battlefield now, 0 XP of course. Here he is, finally providing some movement speed, but on the cost of a grunt. Is that the big... Oh, Demon Hunter, what the... Where did the damage come from?
Yeah, grunts actually surprisingly a lot of damage against heroes you sometimes don't expect it, and if a single crit comes in before you know it, that DH is low, and that's a nice find for FoCuS, and he's going to get Null Overseer. And the archers tried to delay, but LawLiet being a little bit too fancy for his own good there. But in the back foot, there is Talons with Master, soon to be on the field.
Lines up almost perfectly. Adept is finished. Tier 3 on the way. First staff is there too. But the town portal is gone, and against Ensnare you can never be sure to be able to walk away from a fight. Blade Master again. Did he steal something? I don't think so. Time to go for shops and Invo Potion and Heal Scroll, and FoCuS gets both.
Nicely done from FoCuS, and creates chaos on the creeping that, you know, there's not many units here for LawLiet to really creep. Gets the one of mana stealing, but here comes the creep jack. This raider has Ensnare online. Could he go for a hero? Possibly. Goes for the Ensnare, but not going to be able to land a surround there. The damage is good, and the Moonwells will be dry, especially with it being daytime. So this is a really strong timing for FoCuS.
I agree. The early game, not necessarily his, but this mid-game fight from TP to this creep jack, just wonderful. He caught so many Talons. One of them had to use Crow form, so mana is gone, and this is the moment in the game where you really want to bank that mana pool and save it for Cyclone. Not possible here. Lots of Fairy Fire as well. Still no level 3 on the Demon Hunter. FoCuS is back. Strong fashion.
Yeah, now because of that nice creep jack, he's going to get at least one shop, which can tend to be both for the Night Elf if they have a decent early game. So this TC will get actually level 3 already and a consumable if all goes well. This is excellent for FoCuS, but his whole army is extremely bruised. He's got to back away. He might even be forced into an early heal scroll.
Not just yet. Trying to salvage this with heal selves. Tinker is out too. And finally level 3. LawLiet bounces back from the creep jack, adds one himself. So the utility, 2 heal potions on the Beastmaster. Also only level 1, not the best. No TP, no Invo Potion, just the heal scroll and the heal potion. FoCuS super close to level 3 TC, where of course you want to be. Keeps it far in the back to not get burned, and as I say it, he moves forward. Nice dodge on the shockwave by LawLiet.
Yeah, hit a couple of units, but of course it's only on level 1 regardless as well. And the Pocket Factory. Love these passive Pocket Factories. So often we see them throw up in the front and just get killed right away, but this one will be able to get a ton of damage in and will stay alive for its entire duration. FoCuS needs 1 kill to get level 3 Torn Chief, and then a mana pot could start to stack up the damage against LawLiet, who only has a single heal scroll currently. This fight might turn in FoCuS's favor if he can buy a little bit more time and get that 1 kill.
Yeah, right away. He has a supply lead. He has almost the levels. Blade. Potion consumed. That was a big one. Now the Demon Hunter is trapped again. Stormy times on Last Refuge. This might very well decide map 1 of the W3Champions final weekend. How do you get this Demon Hunter out? There has to be a staff. It's in range. And there we go. But Demon Hunter out of the fight.
TC is now level 3. He got that single kill, but I believe it's only been the 1 kill. Could get that mana pot I was talking about. The Demon Hunter is running back in. No Staff of Teleportation. Now the Tinker is in danger. Potion of Healing passed over, but that's the last consumable on the side of LawLiet. The Tinker going to go down to a Windwalk, but actually gets the last Pocket Factory up before he falls. That's pretty decent, but FoCuS wins this one now with 52 supply.
Yeah, this looks good. Could even cancel the Walker, maybe, to get back. Oh, no, he canceled something else to get back and no upkeep. This matchup always very economy-driven, as the Night Elf never goes into upkeep, and you have to afford so much Invo Potion, Mana Potion, Heal Scroll, Clarities, etc., etc. Invo Potions against the Cyclone, and that goes for both sides. So ideally, you don't want to pay too much upkeep cost. LawLiet with Fairy Dragons.
Yeah, very early double Fairy Dragons as well. That's sometimes more of a stylistic approach. Some Night Elves don't even get them, and some Night Elves always make sure to round off their 50 supply with it. LawLiet, though, what he needs currently, more than Fairy Dragons, is Moon Juice, and the Moonwell is now at risk thanks to the 4 Raiders attacking to the main base.
Very nice. Of course, we don't have pillage, as orcs never have pillage when they attack bases, but I guess neglectable. That's 1 Moonwell down, less mana regen, reduces, of course, the Cyclone usage, which we will see a lot more from. Blade Master has mana for the Windwalk, but the TC, will he be trapped? Oh, is that a hero kill possibility, maybe?
Yeah, FoCuS has to fight now. He cannot get a hero to the shop to buy a town portal, or else that would probably be how he evacuates here. He's forced to fight, going to go for the Demon Hunter. Potion of Vulnerability popped, but the Talon actually blocks the Demon Hunter, and this is only 7 seconds of attacking you get with this blade. Maybe the Tinker could fall. Yeah, nice re-ensnare. But that's it. That's all you get. And the Tinker was only level 1.
Right on. Hero Focus City. Demon Hunter also in trouble. He might be staffed out again if not for an ensnare. Trying to fight out. And now the Beastmaster alone in the fight. Blade Master surrounded almost. The Quillbeast closes the surround again. And Zeus, he's 1 mana short. Oh no. Beastmaster falling too. This is wild territory now. Almost StarCraft-esque. Blade down, Tinker down, Beastie down. What's happening?
Oh, the TC has to live. If the TC lives, FoCuS might even be ahead here despite the blade loss. I think he certainly would be. But if the TC falls, I mean, this Demon Hunter is getting way too much experience. Oh, and the TC does get out. I would say this it's almost level 4, the blade back from the tavern. That was double heal scroll invested, though, for that fight for FoCuS. So if LawLiet can stabilize, FoCuS is going to need to back for more items. But for now, he continues fighting.
LawLiet is supply blocked. He can't get his heroes back. No Beastmaster, no Tinker. It's 1 Demon Hunter to rule them all. Invo Potion and Heal Scroll on that side as well. TC gets the Scroll of Healing. And that value is insane. Level 4. Oh, he's not deciding to pop it yet. Could have saved a unit or 2. Still, this Demon Hunter in so much trouble. He can't get out. He wants this kill. The Fairy Fire, the Fairy Dragons, not that bad. But still, nice supply lead for the Orc, and now we got that Demon Hunter surrounded. Oh, TC, man, he's playing a dangerous life. So is the Demon Hunter. This evasion passive ability is paying off big time. The Peons now, pickaxe attack. Oh, and he kills him with the peanut. There we go. No hero anymore for LawLiet.
Wow, so close. He ran dry on Talon mana because he was just cycling those heroes over and over and over again to try to get that TC kill, but runs out and the Demon Hunter pays the price, and now, as you mentioned, the supply block, the Beastmaster was not back in time for the staff. The Demon Hunter is back from the tavern, as so often he is, but the blade? Oh no, the blade! Okay, the ensnare saves him. So close to so many kills. Nice Dispel. Wow. Has just as much mana as he needs to save that blade.
Yeah, crucial mana management on FoCuS' side, knowing exactly how far he can take it. Now the retreat will cost a peon or two, but damn, LawLiet needs to rebuild everything. And of course, this was also a lot of kills, but no experience on the second and third hero. Beastmaster still 2, Tinker still 1. And on the other side, we are kind of approaching 5-5 territory.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see FoCuS just go straight towards that red camp. Or does he favor more aggression? Again, he needs more consumables, needs a push of invulnerability, needs heal scrolls to take fights. But maybe he's just going to push again. This ultra-aggressive style seems to be pretty good, but the Moonwells aren't as dry as they once were. The Beastmaster is going to be following that Tinker now, and LawLiet is a master at holding in his base.
That's correct. Moonwells are there. FoCuS, you said it, he's not getting paid by the hour. On to the next Moonwell. Now he's getting gold for it as well. Shockwave kills a Talon, not that bad. And mana is really, really rare.
Nice ensnare usage there to make sure you can get that shockwave off without being burnt. But now with the Pocket Factory, with that Fairy Dragon, FoCuS is just going to take that Moonwell, take that Talon kill, and back away with the map control he has. Steals the heal scroll, and can go towards maybe even both reds. I'd be surprised to see LawLiet get the opportunity to take one of these red camps.
Damn. Of course, LawLiet can rebuild to 50, and then he's in somewhat fighting shape. But at this stage of the game, it's so much about utility. And you see double heal scroll, Invo Potion on FoCuS' side. That's the red spot you mentioned. Warsong Battle Drums, also never bad. This, what is it, 7% damage boost by now. Finally, it took him 16 minutes 45 to get the Tinker passive.
Yeah, that is rough. And the hero levels are going to help, but as you mentioned, he needs potions of invulnerability, going to need heal scrolls now that TC is going to be approaching level 5 after probably this next red camp. But for now, he's got a hold for, it seems like, the 10th time. No, FoCuS just threatening and backing away. This is how he maintains map control. He says, I'm going to hit your base. You have to stay there. You have to be defensive. And then he just runs immediately as soon as the LawLiet sees him to the next red camp.
Wow, this is real good. The peon is scouting as well, so he knows his opponent is coming. Catches a Fairy Dragon on the way. He knows, this might be a little too risky. I have a lead. I know it. I don't want to turn into FoCuS. And retreats from the red spot. And he has still objectives in the middle. He still has 200 gold. He could go for another invul.
Yeah, those two Berserkers are still up and alive. That original one from LawLiet's mercenary camp earlier is still fighting. It's so good, not just against the Fairy Dragons, but pretty much everything in the army. Blade scouting, but he has Fairy Fire on him. The fight over the red camp is obviously going to go to FoCuS if LawLiet does try to force the issue, but for now he's just trying to wait for his Fairy Dragons, but he might not be able to.
10 supply lead still. Shockwave, pretty horrible I gotta say, but the Demon Hunter was right next to him, so would have been burned anyway. Tinker, again, about to be 6 feet under. 120 crit. Is there a chance for Staff? Staff is off cooldown. Could use it right away. How much Cyclone is there? Really not that much. Ensnare. FoCuS fire. Bye-bye, Tinker.
Wait, what? Okay. I think he could have used that much earlier because, of course, only a 30-second cooldown. He would have had it off cooldown by now to probably staff that Beastmaster out, but the Blade is doing so much damage. The Tinker is back, but the Beastmaster is gone, as are all the Talons. 54 against 36 supply. A couple of units are falling here and there. A lot of consumables are being used. All the mercenaries bought for the LawLiet that he can afford, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Blade level 5.
TC level 5 as well. Yeah, that's almost unwinnable here. LawLiet needs a miracle to still be able to claim map 1. Lots and lots of red HP bars. Demon Hunter? Oh, can you clean this up? Hold on.
Wait a second. DH level 5 off this Raider kill. The Mud Golem value. Oh, Raider, Ensnare
as well. And on the other side, the 2 heroes again to the shop. 500 gold still remaining. That's the heal scroll. And man, this will boost the entire army back to at least orange. But LawLiet, he's alive.
Yeah, it's truly a miracle. Those mercenaries helped out a ton. Of course, the Mud Golem, or the Mud Golem, the Ogre Mauler, seemed like a meme, but against Raiders, they're quite strong. But Raiders, what they're strong against is Moonwells. And the Beastmaster might be the only hero to come out.
So much hero focus on the orc side. Always and in every fight. We gotta check the stats afterwards. How many heroes died here? The cloak trying to help. Oh, 152. Blade Master splits his head, and that's game 1 for FoCuS.
Wow. Yeah, that let's see the hero kills. 6 to 1. I normally tend to say you need about 7 hero kills to 0 to beat Talons, but it just shows how good FoCuS is.
Master of his craft. Plays this, of course, for a long time when he started playing. It was all Talons, always. Now, not so often anymore, but damn good performance. Was not deterred by that bumpy road early game. It wasn't really a flawless early game at all. I saw LawLiet with the lead here, but FoCuS brought it back, and that's half the way into the winner bracket semifinal.
Yeah, and he never overcommitted either, which was nice, FoCuS. He always backed away. He was close to losing everything, but as he was close to losing everything, he'd back up, get more mana, get some salves, heal up, get heal scrolls, and then go again. It was very nicely played past, maybe the little bit of a weird early game for sure.
Very nice is also that we got the Demo Man on the broadcast. My man, you got the sunscreen on? You got the swimming pants ready? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I guess I kind of missed the alarm, or rather I had the wrong time in mind. I thought we started 1 hour later. Whoops! Folks, sorry for being a bit late, but now I'm here. That was kind of a wild game to start things off there, right? Like LawLiet, perfect early game, then kind of over-aggressive, I think, but that was brawly. That was very intense. Good old Talons, eh? Making for a fun game there.
Quite some fun games indeed. And now LawLiet facing the lower bracket where it would be a Night Elf Mirror for sure against the loser of Foggy and Kaho. But, you know, series, just because one starts with the lead doesn't mean he has that one in the back. LawLiet now needs to bring it back. And he has to clean up his game a little bit and maybe take care of his heroes a lot more. What the hell is happening? Okay, we're just gonna jump right into the game.
I love it. Any old school fans of LawLiet's stream will know this Ancient War all too well. He used to do this all the time on stream. It's the red camp, Ogre Lord, surround with a single archer and a wisp normally. Demon Hunter as well, as we expected in the preamble, talking about the maps. Obviously, Keeper's not very strong here, mostly because it's hard to secure an expansion. But yeah, the red camp, if you get away with this, obviously it's a really strong item, an insanely strong item, and a lot of experience. But FoCuS will know about this. It seems weird that he'll know about this, but he knows LawLiet better than probably any orc player in the world. So he'll know if that peon can only make its way to the main base.
It's the perfect starting position, right? Because FoCuS is at the 5 o'clock, LawLiet at the 11 o'clock, so cross screen, but the peon is already looking for it. You can't rush across the entire map here on Turtle Rock, right? Can you?
Yeah, he would have to. The downside of that, he'd have to skip items entirely if only he actually scouted it. But as you mentioned, that peon's so late. So he's going to be able to take the turtle, and then he can grab maybe a speed scroll, run across. But we'll first of all see if LawLiet even lands this creep. There's the wisp. There's the archer. It's so ridiculous.
It is a little bit ridiculous. He needs repair. Shockwave against that wisp. Engine of War is not looking the healthiest, dude. Bloodlusted Ogre Lord. Rah, rah, rah.
Oh my
Boom.
god.
Dude, imagine he denies this one. Warsong Battle Drums, level 1.7, but on the cost of a wisp, a lot of repair, and half of the archer HP. Is that even worth it?
It's tough to say, yeah. It's so expensive, and yeah, that's going to be 2 wisps. I mean, if you get, say, Claws plus 12, Cloak of Flames, something like that, extremely early, it's just going to make your Demon Hunter, like if you just power creep the Demon to level 3 after that, it's pretty insane. So weird to say, but the aura is actually not what LawLiet was looking for here. This is going to be super good later on, but early game, this isn't going to win you that early game.
Not really. Kind of want some items to trade. HP, damage, armor, all that stuff. Like the Blade Master got with the circlet and the gloves, a little bit of damage. FoCuS on the way to tier 2. So, if I look at LawLiet's base, this looks like Talons again, right? Like a wall-off?
Yeah, it must be. I mean, we could still see a Hunter's Hall soon, but I would expect Talons again. There was some mistakes he could maybe clean up in the mid game, maybe have a bit of better fights. I think he's still probably feeling confident, especially now with this Demon Hunter on level 2 and these few nice items he's managed to collect.
Okay, claws also not that bad for the blade, dude. This Demon Hunter. Also, imagine the Blade Master just pops up out of Windwalk, kills him just like that. Can probably tap out right away. And he seems to have a good idea of where his opponent is because of this Ancient. But LawLiet is walking a fine line here.
Ooh. Yeah, that Ancient. Another nice thing about it is, obviously, normally you'll move your Ancient Ward from the Turtle Camp to the bigger Turtle Camp, but this allows you to move it straight to the shop, which if you get away with this, you get both wards, you get both nice items, and you get level 3 here for LawLiet. He gets Boots and Dust and can deter this Blade Master with both of those. But the Blade is still lurking for a last hit.
Oh, that Ogre Magi would be a ward, of course, and the big item is Windwalk duration. It's about to run out. I think the Blade Master, yeah, shows itself now, but the Ancient is gone.
Yeah, no Wisp there to repair. The Blade probably would have killed them if they were repairing anyway, so it would have just been more value for that Blade, but obviously LawLiet. Eyes bigger than his stomach here for the creep camps, it seems like.
True that. And very smooth transition towards tier 2 for FoCuS. Was not harassed, was preventing level 3 once again, got great items. And this time the TC isn't even late. He didn't forget about the burrow. Everything lines up nicely. LawLiet with the Beastmaster again, this time Quill Beasts.
Yeah, and speaking of that TC, this is such an excellent map for creeping up a second hero as Orc. If you are allowed to just power creep your second hero, you just take that red camp across from your base, you take an orange, you take a green, before you know it, you're level 3. I think this is the fastest map to creep a second hero up as Orc, because 3 grunts can just allow you to take that red camp, no problem at all. So if the TC has some space, it's going to be a good mid game for FoCuS.
Man, LawLiet wants this Ogre Magi so bad. Is contested still. Who's gonna get it? Oh! Blade Master got it, but not the item, right? Nope, Ring of Regen and the Watch Award to LawLiet. Sharing is caring.
And that's both wards now for LawLiet, which is excellent because we saw last game so often you'll go for lots of hit and run with those raiders, constantly hitting the base, and now this is 2 avenues where LawLiet's gonna have full vision if that happens later on.
Grunt under attack, speed scroll out. No dispel, of course, if you play talents. Not bad. Okay, tier 3 on the way. For FoCuS, no real reason to change too much, I guess. Worked out pretty great last time with Raider, Walker, but he needs some time to level.
Nice pressure on the grunts. Of course, getting the kills is great, but even just the damage alone is going to stop the TC from being able to creep much at all. The first Walker is out. Oh, he walks right into a surround. Okay, LawLiet.
He uses it as a bait to kill that next grunt, but FoCuS oh no! Was about to close it with a peon. He says, okay, then leave my base. No worries, man. That Beastmaster gets out as well. A little bit of a blunder on FoCuS' side. That could have led to at least 1 hero kill. Or a TP.
Yeah. Maximum value there from LawLiet. He even gets the burn on the Walker on the way out. That is rough. He's got to go back and use a ton of Moonwell mana, but I don't think he minds. For 2 grunts, now the Blade has to creep with the TC, so he cannot harass. Will solo creep in that TC to level 3. But FoCuS is going to waste no time going for that red camp. Quilby sees all, but don't think LawLiet could get back in time.
Oh no. 1 red spot each. That's kind of fair, I guess. But, needs to use an end snare. Okay, that's fine. 2 of Intelligence and Helm of Valor. Not too bad for a Blade. And yeah, it's a little PvE creeping time at the moment.
Yeah, and Talons are so good at creeping on this map as well.
We got a couple of contributions here, Carson. We got $50 by Constance and $50 by Cy Sonic. $1,864. Can we make it to 2K, everybody? The 2K race is on, and you can make it happen.
Hell yeah, thanks, guys. Expansion Wisp, that's what it's looking like for LawLiet, and FoCuS might not scout this because, you know, you tend to just cross camps out in your head when something gets crept, and especially that red camp being crept so early, FoCuS might just think, all right, it's gone, don't have to go there for any reason. So this could be a sneaky expo, potentially, and at a strong timing as well, just as Master's about to pop.
Right on. Solid situation for LawLiet here on Turtle Rock. Kind of weird that we are halfway through the second map of a Night Elf vs. Orc series and we haven't seen a single Huntress yet.
Yeah, this is a lot of people's relief, possibly. You know, nice to see some different strategies every once in a while.
Yeah, that expansion, that's LawLiet's win condition. FoCuS already with Pillage Research, but the Demon Hunter immediately countering it. Was at home. Fairy Fire on the radar, plus Orb of Venom damage. He has to leave immediately.
Yeah, Raiders are great at many things in this game. Maybe too many, but they're not good at creeping. So using the Walkers and the Heroes and the Grunts to creep while the Raiders go towards the main base, it's pretty nice. And if one gets cycloned, it takes so long to kill and surround that, so you actually get a full camp as the Orc while the Night Elf tries to fumble around and surround your Raider. So it's actually just pure value doing plays like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see FoCuS do that even more in this game, but for now, he's probably going to look to fight with now 3-3, almost 3-4.
He's expanding.
Heroes. Oh wow, both of the red camp too.
Yeah, I did not expect that at all. Tricky play by FoCuS. Can he get out? Tri-Hero combo Night Elf online, so is Cyclone. You don't want to take losses at that stage of the game as an Orc. But if you can take the Tinker out at half mana, that would be lovely, and the hero FoCuS continues.
Yeah, nicely done. That's what you got to do in these fights. Always pressuring the heroes, always forcing those consumables. You cannot allow the Night Elf to just cyclone you. You can't go for only the Talons. And FoCuS just going to try to back away. He's got double greater heal, by the way, so this blade should be very, very safe, if not safe in the air. And now he goes for the Beastmaster. Could be a TP eventually. It's going to take a while, though.
Ooh, yes. Invo potion, okay, so 7 seconds safety again. Raiders finally find an angle to attack the Talons. That's been missing for quite a while because they were so busy with hero focus. And they're taking quite a beating here now. Red Spot still up. FoCuS trying to reunite his army as LawLiet is finding a new foe in creeps. Levels look so much better for the Night Elf than before.
FoCuS sells both greater heals. That's a decent amount of gold, especially below upkeep. Archer is scouting, and FoCuS buys a TP, double heal, scroll push, and vulnerability, and goes towards the main. But he's definitely just doing this to trade TPs because there's no way he can fight right now. One Raider out of position. That's a gift.
Whoops. Okay, he will be able to afford this soon as the expansion is at 2/3 already. LawLiet starts mining, and then it's a lot about shop control and hero levels.
Oh. FoCuS, the peon, the perfect time scout, and the TP was just used. LawLiet has to buy another TP or else he loses a tree. Beautifully done from FoCuS.
Wow. Okay, does he have the time? Heal scroll committed. LawLiet defending this. Nice reaction, but this army doesn't look too great. 50-50. Okay, TP out. But now, finally he knows what's up. I think by expanding himself, he had a solid idea of what's happening. That grunt. Left behind. Okay,
yeah, that ended up being expensive. That was a heal scroll before the TP, a walker, of course, and that grunt. So that was, although FoCuS forced 2 town portals, he actually lost more than he gained with that play. It was a nice idea, but LawLiet, I think, pulls ahead here. But as you mentioned, still 2 base. Certainly a fighting chance, and certainly strong heroes.
How do you even play 2 base in Talon vs. Orc? What do you do? What do you use your gold for?
You just build more Raiders and build more Talons. I don't know. For LawLiet, it's going to be pure consumables. 3 heal scrolls, 3 potions of healing, 3 potions of invulnerability. But for FoCuS, it's just going to be, I don't know, more Raiders, I guess.
Could be a game where LawLiet is going into Chimeras, just, you know, for the lulz. And he loves Chimeras, I guess. Level 4. Oh my god, that Demon Hunter is turning into quite a menace now with the belt and 1000 HP. Feels comfortable, wants to fight. Shockwave was nice for once.
And the Tinker is dead, not for once, but for twice this game. And no TP for FoCuS, but he can back away to the shop again. And he's constantly getting value to those potions of invulnerability and tons more experience. The Demon Hunter are going to be a difficult target to do the same to, but the other heroes are going to prove to be the weakness. Town Portal again for FoCuS. Might need to use it because LawLiet's at 60 supply currently.
Ooh, and reinforcements immediately back against the shop too. So yeah, hero FoCuS it is again, eh? But he can transfer everything. FoCuS, how do you turn this game around? All I see is LawLiet domination at the moment and a hero FoCuS, but there's an invul and Windwalk is still active, so shouldn't be a big problem.
I wonder if he's going to just TP out or if he's going to use that push and vulnerability yet again to get something. But for now, okay, FoCuS breaks upkeep, but 51 supply of the Tinkers is back very, very soon. FoCuS seems to be buying time, but buying time for what right now?
I'm not sure. He's trying to run away, but constantly losing HP and maybe even losing the Blade Master because there's no mana for that Windwalk, as you can see by the grayed out icon in our overlay. Can use the invul. Or just walk out. Not allowed usually.
They both get one, I guess. LawLiet got it with his Demon Hunter earlier. Now FoCuS getting it with the Blade. Maybe. Walker saves him for the time being. One man off a Windwalk, but yeah, this is a TP. And maybe even at this point, the push and vulnerability as well.
Ooh, okay. Man, that Blade Master must be dizzy and busy, probably too.
Yeah.
Gets a kill and gets out, spinning the entire time. FoCuS's army is looking quite bad, actually. The Walkers bruised, the heroes kind of low, also low mana. And 4-4-2 heroes soon for LawLiet.
Yeah, FoCuS needs like something like level 5 Torn Chieftain at this stage. I feel like these heroes are getting too strong for LawLiet. There's level 4 on the Beastmaster from something. I'm not sure what really, but another tree coming up for LawLiet. We're getting to that point in the game, Neil.
Oh yeah, classic macro map Night Elf play. Like Moon on Twisted, LawLiet loves to do this on Turtle Rock. Kind of a vintage play for him. We saw this a lot in WGTL. Here we go, hero FoCuS once more. Tinka, man, he's the sacrificial lamb, is he not?
Yeah, deja vu. And the positioning, not bad for FoCuS. The shockwave landed flush, and he's got one more as soon as he lands. Is he gonna get it? Mana burn perfectly on time. The Fairy Dragons in the back are slightly out of range now. FoCuS is finding some kills, but he's about to lose, what, 9 supply himself.
Yep. Needs to finish it, though. That was a heal scroll. These 6 fairies are a little underwhelming here, to be honest. The reposition finally. Blade, though, survives for now. But yeah, solid fight for FoCuS. Definitely better than the fights before, but only if the heroes live.
And only if the expansion lives. No reinforced for this burrow, so there is no defense. The Blade is low, and no heal scrolls, no push and vulnerability in the shop currently. So FoCuS has to go up this expansion. I don't think he can fight at this stage, short of forcing a town portal. But with what Blade? No, just GG is called. We got a tied series.
As LawLiet was about to get expansion 2 and 3 at the same time. Yep, LawLiet back, and we have a tied series indeed.
Yeah, LawLiet definitely trusting his talent play for good reason. Looked good right there. Had a good spawn, of course. In the top right, you can go for that Ogre Lord, and indeed it wasn't that good early on, but later on it still helps him having the aura and all that. But last map, Northern Isles. If there's a map where talents aren't really playable, it feels like it's this one. Everything's wide open. You have a very tough time getting to the shop. It's really hard to level with your second hero as well. So this has to be Keeper now, I would think. And there, the map is certainly favored a bit for Orc.
Mm-hmm.
Carson, would you agree with that?
Definitely. I think LawLiet has played, he's played different stuff like Keeper, Panda, Lures, and stuff like that in the past, especially on maps that haven't favored him. He's definitely switched it up a little bit, but I would expect if I was gonna gamba on this for it to be Keeper, Alchemist, Huntress, Archer expansion, which FoCuS has done pretty well against recently, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but he also lost a couple of times against
TH
Native.
like God, though, to be fair. Or was it TH? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Yeah, it was TH. It was a couple of other players as well. FoCuS not untouchable in this matchup anymore. What is touchable is the prize pool for this very tournament. It's 100% crowdfunded. It's coming from you. The War3Champions team has their eyes glued on the number in the upper right, and the higher the number is, the more happy is the War3Champions team, and the more motivated is the War3Champions team to bring you new features, new everything. So maybe you should, you know, click some buttons, make this a 2 in front. The players and the team certainly deserves it. And what you deserve is a gift from our sponsor, CORSAIR. As we have a raffle up, everybody. You can win a K70 mini keyboard or one of these 2 headsets, !W3C finals for the crowdfunding, and !giveaway for, guess what? The giveaway.
Dun, dun, dun. Wait, that's the wrong music. Well, it's fine. Maybe if you zoomed in the camera, it'd be the right music. Dun, dun, dun. Need that technology, Neo.
Soon TM, Carson. But this is not TM, this is NI, and this is KeeperCraft.
As expected. A little bit of variety in this series, absolutely. We'll see if LawLiet plays it more standard. There's many different variations of this, and for the side of FoCuS, there's many different styles that Orc players have been trying recently. We've seen players like Lin go for a few headhunters and skip the bestiary at tier 2. We've seen players going bestiary on every single map. We've seen all-ins. We've of course seen the classic counter expansion, and we're always seeing this peon try to be a little pest for Orc players, but at the cost of what? He might just lose it.
Keeper chasing. Looks good. His legs are a lot longer, so he's a lot faster. He's very deadly. While the early game unfolds, we have a couple of subs here. Thank you, Sonic, for the 300 bits. What are the other names? Sorry. Stealthy Golem, thank you for the raid. The Honey Turd, thank you for the 413 sub. Kalashnikov, thank you for the 713 sub. Greetings from the pot. DD3, Admiral Ironheart, and Euler is Pimp. Thank you guys for the support.
LawLiet going for a very aggressive creep route here. Goes straight for the Ogre Magi. This used to be much more common back in the day, and FoCuS a little bit late to the party. That peon loss is actually kind of a big deal. He tried to do the repair trick to pull the camp, but actually, in most cases, you don't need to do that on this map. What you need to do is just keep that peon alive to scout for creep routes like that, and then he could have used the speed scroll there. So mistakes from FoCuS, but he's been able to make up for them in games in the past. We'll see if he can do it here, because LawLiet, if he gets ahead in this early game, he's probably not going to let it slip away. That's how this matchup tends to go.
Yeah, I would certainly agree. In this battle between 2 former vice champions of War3Champions, both, of course, defeated by Happy in the Grand Finals, but banger Grand Finals.
He's not playing Hunts, by the way.
Yeah, I was just looking at that as well. Yeah, 4 archers, a 5th on the way. Is he playing Keeper? Oh, he's playing Keeper Talons. Love it.
Ooh, do we love it, or?
It's been a while, to be fair, so I don't know if I love it anymore. It was more common in the past. I think like LawLiet might be one of the few players at the top level that still does it. But does FoCuS have the right response? That's always the question. It's not necessarily, is this strat good or not for the Night Elf? It's, does the Orc know the perfect response to it?
He has to scout a lot, of course, but he'll probably scout defensively, waiting for some APs, but can't even build them, because, yeah, there is no Hunter's Hall. But he will see it now, and that will give him a good idea of what's happening, but he can't see inside the base, right? So he doesn't know.
Base build does kind of scream Talons.
Yeah.
You can kind of see that Hunter's Hall, but if it was put in the back, it would be not, you wouldn't be able to see it at nighttime, but LawLiet has known to be tricky like that. We'll see what the second hero is. Could be Panda Beastmaster, could be a Naga. He's pulling Wisps. What is going on?
He's doing that AOW push. He did that last week, I think, in a game, and it failed horribly.
All right. Really nicely done from FoCuS to find those 2 Wisp kills, scout it early, and also avoid the Surround, or else that blade would have just died, because Surround in then Staff and then Entangle. You can see where this is going, and there's the Naga, but only 5 archers could be underwhelming.
Oh boy. FoCuS, do you know how to counter this? The base is pretty fragile. It's also a TC. I think in this situation, you'd rather have a Shadowhunter.
Yeah, possibly. Was he going to go Shockwave, I suppose? He's going to pull all the peons as well. What he wants to do with his peons is speed scroll them behind the archers if he can. Only a shop coming up. Entangle level 2 is insane, but there was only 2 entangles, so the trades might be decent now that the grunts are on top of the archers.
Ooh, these archers are so weak. In a melee combat, of course, you always want to protect them somehow, but that's not the case here. Keeper almost surrounded, 1 grunt goes down, super expensive, but also archers out of the fight. All of them. I guess this push doesn't really work out, does it?
Yeah, if LawLiet... I mean, you imagine if LawLiet just didn't commit all those wisps, he could just back up and transition into Talons or something. Oh, Naga gonna be forced to TP. Okay, a shop is up, but now that he's lost all those wisps, he's committed all the lumber that he could otherwise use for tier 2. What is the transition for LawLiet? Because he got good kills there, and he, maybe lost a few archers, but he got a ton of grunts and forced TC second. So he's gonna have to transition, but it's gonna be much later.
Or he just pushes again.
Goes again. Classic. Love it.
Yeah, why not? I think he has to do this. Shop is up. Not for much longer, probably. But yeah, he has to do damage now.
Wow, he just literally detonated 2 wisps on the first shaman. There's going to be 1 more shaman out, and the other wisp builds an Ancient of War. Ancient of Wonders goes down. Can he get a potion before it falls? Maybe, but he's already got 1 at least. And next shaman's out. There's a purge, but there's at least 3, maybe. Oh, there's like 5 more entangles thanks to that potion of mana.
Okay, the Entangled Craft. It has to work. Now an Ancient of War is coming on the left-hand side. We got a couple more archers than before, and we need Treants also to block that Orc army away. Staff saves his life. Oh, that was close. The detonates on the Shaman again. Those are game-winning detonates.
Yeah, the 3rd shaman's on the way, but again, he's only going to come out with 1 purge, and there's so many entangles. There's already 1 in the tank, and that's before the mana pot. The archer count that was once low seems to be rising and rising.
Naga.
Okay, Naga. Again, the FoCuS target. Potion passed over. Blade Master, though, used the potion himself. Maybe a 1-for-1 trade, but of course that will favor LawLiet. Can this blade get out?
Looks like it. With ease as well. Mana Potion now switching targets to grunts. First Ancient of War is there. Plus we have Nature's Blessing. You gotta chew through these trees as well, and with very little forces.
Both potions used. 1 more entangle is available, but on what target? Naga is going to be back in 30 seconds, perhaps forgotten about for a little bit for LawLiet.
Yeah.
More wisps streaming in. That Ancient of War you mentioned is going to crawl towards the base, but I think a shop is more needed than the OW at this point.
100%. He has the resources for it. He's constantly trying to get it to the burrows. They are, of course, super fragile. Can be cancelled in no time. There was an attempt to build a shop, but not that great. Naga back now, but has to make his way, or her way, all the way across the map. He's trying to land the detonates again, as we have a couple of purges here. FoCuS. This looks like a hold to me.
Definitely looks like a hold. The Naga, by the way, that you mentioned, could have bought potions from the shop at the home base of LawLiet, but he forgot or didn't have the gold or something, but more wisps coming in. I love that FoCuS is always forwarding his push with peons to make it hard for the keeper to actually reach for entangles, or else he takes a ton of damage. It's been really, really nicely done so far with these peons, and he hasn't actually lost a ton yet, so he can burrow up, but more Ancient of War is coming up. LawLiet still with a good shot here.
March of the Ends. If only he had a heal scroll. These archers, if he keeps them safe, they're so great damage dealers. But now they're just fodder to the blade. And the Ancient of War is not really a factor. Oh, the Entangled certainly is. Staff out. Potion necessary? Not just yet. He's trying to solve this. This Ancient of War, man, really not a factor in these fights. FoCuS has a good idea of how to position. But man, More units are falling for him.
TC was stomped, by the way, so if he gets in
Ouch.
range, could mean a hero kill. Might not have to, though. So many archers are low, and the Naga is even lower. This could be the first stomp of the game, level 2 on the Naga, but pretty much just to die.
LawLiet is losing everything, every single archer. There's just 3 left, and one of them barely. The Naga is only a big archer at this point, out of the fight as well. A massacre in front of FoCuS's base, and LawLiet is on the receiving end. If FoCuS can somehow kill these Treants and Ancients, it's his game for sure.
Yeah, the Naga running back in now that LawLiet realizes he has a shop up. Still FoCuS fire on the blade. That's probably the last potion in the shop for a little while. Oh, stomp staff out. Buys the staff from the Ancient of Wonders. It's right there. Potions on cooldown now for LawLiet. That shop needs to stay alive for FoCuS, but he's saved a lot of units that he can heal up soon.
Yeah.
And LawLiet, with 2 archers, it seems like a third on the way.
That was also close to level 3 TC. What was the level 3 Blade Master for Mirror Image? Saw a couple of hero focus attempts there with Entangle. With Mirror Image, of course, you can get out of that. Archers, pretty cheap to replace. So are Wisps, so LawLiet can always go for a new run of production, but somehow he has to afford these potions as well, and that's not easy.
Okay, Naga is back, but of course the Moonwells, I imagine, are dry at home. The shop probably has 1 more potion of healing available, but the stomp could mean yet again a hero kill. There might be just too many grunts here. Level 3 on the TC, that's going to mean level 2 stomp, and at any point he could kill one of these heroes. Potion used again, but now the Naga is the one that's going to go down. Staff off cooldown, but the archer's exposed. Everything is crumbling for LawLiet.
Exactly. 20 supply lead, and that's our winner. That's our winner bracket semi-finalist. The first successful player here at the W3Champions weekend is FoCuS.
Good play by him. It was a little bit touch and go there. Scary kind of game. But importantly, got the scout off early, saw this attack coming early. I don't think I've seen that strat ever before on Northern Isles, or maybe anywhere else. And I wonder why LawLiet went for it. I guess it was kind of close in the end, but it was held here. In my opinion, it's a pretty weak map for keeper hunts. Maybe that's why he didn't play the standard. But yeah, the bet doesn't turn out well for him. FoCuS moves on to meet yet another Night Elf in the next round.
Exactly. It's between Foggy and Kaho. And Foggy, we of course all expect him here, as he's always here. He's a former champion of W3Champions finals, where he defeated Moon in the final. We all remember that, of course. But he seems to be in a little bit of a slump, and for his opponent, it's the exact opposite. Kaho on a rise. This guy in TP League earlier this week surprised us all, and I think, Carson, you were casting these games, eh?
Yeah, I was very impressed with, in particular, his Night Elf mirror. I think this is something that I think you mentioned on the last broadcast, Neo, that this is a matchup he's pretty strong in. I haven't got the opportunity to see many more of his matchups, and we might not today, but yeah, he's been very impressive in Night Elf mirror, and he killed it in TP League yesterday, defeating Colorful 2-0, yeah, 2-0 even, and making it out of his group. He was and Colorful beat Moon yesterday too, so he's absolutely killing it. Very impressed with him.
Yeah, and Foggy and Night Elf Mirror, questionable recently. Also, he lost the Night Elf Mirror to FoCuS in Huobi Cup. Maybe the Chinese a little advanced here. We gotta figure out the maps, we gotta figure out the server for this, and you guys gotta figure out how to boost this prize pool to the 2K. We are $131 away from that. W3C Finals. .back2warcraft.com links you to the match arena. This is also the place where you can buy the profile pictures, like Wintermute just did. The profile pictures here. Wait. Here. The Back to Warcraft and W3Champions surfboards, the Human Sandcastle, the Night Elf Moon Juice Long Drink, the Orc Orb of Lightning Beach Ball, and the Undead Skull with sunglasses. The race icons, $3. The Back to Warcraft and W3Champions icons, $5. All proceeds directly into the prize pool, and these players are great. The games are great. Every single map is great. We want to reward them, so chip in if you can. We take a little break. That is also time for you to use the raffle from CORSAIR. Win the K70 Mini or one of these two headsets by just clicking a couple of buttons at !giveaway. We see you guys after a little break with the Night Elf Mirror, Foggy vs. Kaho.